Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work, you're always just one step behind financially? You're not alone, and it's not your fault. The truth is, you were never meant to win this game. You followed the rules, went to school, got the job, bought the house, but every month still feels like a financial tightrope. Why? Because the system was designed to benefit them, not you. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain, exposing how banks, credit systems, keep you trapped in a cycle of debt. Are you ready to finally understand the game they never wanted you to figure out? If the answer is yes, then keep watching. Chapter 1. The Illusion of Wealth. How you are tricked into debt. Banks don't sell money. They sell the illusion of wealth. Credit cards make you feel rich, but in reality they just make you a future servant to the bank. Neuroscience shows that paying with cash activates the brain's pain centers, making you think twice before spending. Credit cards bypass this. You spend more, and you don't even feel it. Until the bill arrives, the borrower is slave to the lender. Think about this. The poor don't get loans, the rich don't need them, but the middle class, the perfect target. Oh dear, the student loans. Car loans, mortgages, credit cards, all designed to keep you paying for life. By the time you realize you're in the trap, you're already in too deep. Neuroeconomist Dr. Anna Maria Lusardi wisely said, "People with high financial literacy make better financial decisions. Those without it, they make banks rich. Every luxury brand, every expensive gadget, every house you need to buy. Who benefits? Not you, the banks. They've turned debt into a status symbol. A wealthy person borrows to invest, a middle-class person borrows to consume, and the banks love that." Chapter 2. The Financial Matrix. Why you're always behind. They told you, go to school, get a degree, work hard, and save money. But here's the harsh truth. That advice is outdated and designed to keep you broke. Inflation destroys savings, taxes take the rest, and if you're lucky enough to save anything, the banks lend it out and make 10 times more from it. Robert Kiyosaki once said, "Saving money is wise, but saving alone won't make you rich. Investing will. Every year, your money is worth less. The rich own assets, stocks, real estate, businesses. The middle class owns liabilities, cars, loans, mortgages, credit card debt. The system ensures that money always flows upward. A person in debt can't take risks, you can't quit your job, you can't negotiate your salary, you can't invest, you're stuck. And that's exactly where they want you. Chapter 3. The Bank's Playbook. How they profit off your struggles. Ever wonder why banks give you free credit cards? Because they know most people won't pay them off in full. The interest alone makes them billions. A 30-year mortgage means you pay almost double the value of your home over time. The bank makes more from your house than you do, and if you miss one payment, they take everything. Minimum payments aren't there to help you. They're designed to keep you trapped. A $5,000 credit card debt can take over 25 years to pay off. If you only make the minimum payments, think about that the next time you feel the urge to swipe that flashy card. Is that moment of pleasure worth decades of quiet struggle? If this made you pause and think, take a second to subscribe and hit the bell. Chapter 4. The Financial Illiteracy Epidemic. Why you were never taught this. Schools teach you how to be a good employee. They don't teach you how money works. Why? Because an educated population that understands money would be dangerous to the system. A wise man once said, "If you can't control your money, you can't control your life." The banks use compound interest to make money off you, but if you use it for yourself, it's the most powerful tool to escape the system. The rich understand this, the middle class does not. Nobel Prize-winning neuroeconomist said it perfectly. The lack of financial education is why people work for money instead of having money work for them. The goal is not to be rich, the goal is to be free. If your money works for you, you're free. If you work for money, you're a slave to the system. Chapter 5. The Escape Plan. How to break free from the debt trap. Step 1. Learn the rules of the game. If you want to escape the system, you have to understand how it works. This means going beyond school. Read books on finance, investing, and economics. Study how money moves, who controls it, and how they use it. The game is rigged, but not unbeatable. You just have to outthink it. As Jim Rohn wisely said, formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune. In a world built to keep you financially asleep, self-education is your alarm clock. Step 2, kill your debt before it kills you. But here's the truth no one likes to admit. Debt isn't the root problem, spending is. Most people are trapped not by what they owe, but by how they think about money. They spend without awareness, chasing temporary feelings instead of long-term freedom. And when you can't control your spending, you can't save. And if you can't save, you can't invest. No savings means no growth and no escape. Spending is one of the most dangerous habits, not because it's dramatic, but because it's subtle. As Warren Buffett said, "The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken." Are your spending habits building your future or silently sabotaging it? If you want to break free, you need to understand your relationship with money on a deeper level. Step 3, invest. Once you've cut the dead weight and rewired your mindset, it's time to build. Don't just save, invest. Inflation eats savings alive, but investments grow. Start small. Start with what you know. Stocks, freelancing, digital assets, a side hustle, anything that multiplies value over time. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to begin. Because your freedom isn't something you stumble into, it's something you build, brick by brick. Question, are you a player or a pawn? This isn't just about money, it never was, it's about control. The kind of control that quietly steals your time, your energy, your dreams, and most dangerously, your ability to question the system that traps you. Banks and financial institutions aren't broken. They're functioning exactly as they were designed, to keep you compliant, in debt, focused on just surviving instead of thriving. And if you think this is just how life is supposed to be, ask yourself, who benefits from you believing that? You were never meant to spend your life running in circles, chasing paychecks, delaying freedom for a someday that may never come. But now, you've seen behind the curtain, you've glimpsed the truth. So the question is, what will you do with it? Will you ignore it and go back to sleep, or will you take your first step toward waking up? As Brianna Wiest once said, the most dangerous kind of prison is the one you don't even know you're in. Let that sink in. Are you truly free, or are you just comfortable in your cage? Thanks for watching, guys. If you found value in this video and learned something new, give it a thumbs up, twice if you did. It helps us reach more people who are eager to learn and take charge of their financial future. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.